What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and today, my friends, I'm going to show you a build based around the Scorpio shotgun and the setup backpack. This thing is absolutely fantastic for countdown mode. Now, I know a lot of people are just jumping into it, and you're used to running certain builds, so I wanted to show you one of my favorite variations of the build so far, and it happens to be a lot of fun to use. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, and remember we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. The one thing I mention at the beginning of every build video I put together is I want to remind especially new and returning players that this is just a template. This is one of so many different ways you can run with a build like this, so the most important thing is take your time and truly make a build your own. And when I say that, I'm referencing the specialization that you choose, the talent you may have on your chest piece or bag, the amount of armor or weapon damage you have. So once again, try out different variations and really put something together that caters towards your gameplay. As always, I'm starting off with a little gameplay footage, then we'll get into the build itself, and then at the end of the video, a little more footage, and I'll go over a few tips to new and returning players that should hopefully help you out anytime you get started with a new build. Now, you can see here in this footage, I'm running countdown. There are only 2 of us in this section right here. I'm still putting out a ton of damage. There's high survivability, plus my build is also helping other members of the squad. So again, when you're putting something together, you want to think about what you're doing, and for me, this build for countdown is absolutely great. One of the best things about the game right now, in my opinion, is that there is a lot of build diversity. So obviously you're going to see a lot of people running the same build. I'm talking about Heartbreaker, gear set, Catharsis masks, things like that. But that doesn't mean you're totally pigeonholed into using one thing, so I wanted to highlight this build today. So starting off with the specialization, I'm using Gunner for a few reasons. First of all, you do get that little extra armor on kill, but because of the build you'll see in a moment, I have the Vanguard talent, so I don't really need it that much. However, I love having the riot foam grenades because obviously with countdown you're facing hunters, and that really helps out a lot. I know a lot of people like to use the firewall talent as well. However, remember the specialization, regardless of which specialization you choose, you want to have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you're always getting that weapon damage bonus regardless of which weapon you have equipped. Now, my primary weapon for this build is the Scorpio shotgun. It is still one of my favorite weapons in the game. Now, if you do not have it as yet, I will leave a link to a farming video on how to get it in the description down below. I strongly suggest take your time, farm for this weapon because it's absolutely one of the best in the game. And that's due to its talent, Septic Shock. And my friends, I'm telling you, for crowd control with hunters, with pretty much anything in this game, it's really, really going to help out not only you, but your squad as well. So typically at least, 2 or 3 people in the group are running with this, and I know that other weapons are really popular right now as well, but having this equipped for your build, especially as you're getting new to countdown, will greatly help out your chances in not only staying alive but actually putting out damage as well. Now, for my secondary weapon, I'm using a Vector SMG. However, any secondary weapon is fine. You want to use an SMG and AR, it's totally up to you. Now, I'm using the talent Close and Personal, where killing a target within 7 meters grants 30% weapon damage for 10 seconds, and with a build like this, because of the gear that you're running, this is a highly effective talent. As far as my sidearm goes, I'm using a TDI card, and I have that equipped just so I'm getting that proficiency rank as well. I wish I could have the Liberty equipped, but again, we know you cannot have 2 exotic weapons equipped at the same time. So anyway, that's why I have that equipped. Now moving on to the gear itself, you can see I'm running 400 Fury, 1 Badger Tough, and one of the new gear pieces, the UZINA, as the backpack, starting off with the mask. It's the first of the 400 Fury gear set pieces we have equipped, so we get all of the gear set bonuses. You can see 2-piece gets you 15% shotgun and SMG damage, 3-piece is 20% armor on kill and 100% health on kill, and 4-piece is Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. And for those of you that are just jumping into this game mode, this talent is going to be so helpful as you get adjusted to the level of the NPCs, the layout of the maps, all that stuff. So again, I strongly recommend this gear set for anyone who is just jumping into it. Moving on to the body armor, it's the one piece of Badger Tough, so we get that 10% shotgun damage bonus. Now, in pretty much all of these pieces, I'm trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Now, with the talent for this piece, I'm using Vanguard, where deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds and grants 45% of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies for 20 seconds. Now, you could run with something like Unbreakable, but again, remember, since you're in a group, you want to equip something that has an effect for all of your squad mates. Next, we have the holster, the knee pads, and the gloves. Again, they are the 3 remaining pieces of the Hunter's Fury gear set, and as I said a second ago, I'm just trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Now, in regards to the core attribute, you can see I've re-rolled the core attribute to armor because I wanted a little more survivability with this build when I'm playing Countdown. Sitting at about 1.3 million happens to work for me, but again, for all of these different pieces, if you want to try different variations, you may want more armor or less. It's totally up to you, my friends. Last but not least, we have our backpack. It's the new named UZINA bag. The setup, it has the talent Perfectly Opportunistic. Enemies you hit take 15% more damage from all sources for 5 seconds, and it does require using a marksman rifle or a shotgun. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, for those of you that do not have the Scorpio shotgun, I will leave a link in the description down below on how to get it. A few other options are, any shotgun is fine. You can use the rock and roll if you have that. You can use an ACS-12, the Tsunami. So again, try out different things. You should be able to put something together that really works for you. As far as my skills are concerned, you want to use a shield because you're using the Vanguard talent, and that's how you obviously activate it. As far as the secondary skill, that's up to you. I'm using an assault drone because I like having a distraction to NPCs that puts out damage. You can use the decoy. Again, try out different things and find something that works best for your game. And as I start to wrap this video up, one thing I recommend doing is just jump into playing Countdown. Typically when I talk about a new build and you're trying something out, I say go to a mission or control point that you're familiar with, whatever. But remember, with Countdown, it's a totally different game style. The NPCs hit a little bit differently. They're a little bit stronger. And not only that, you want to learn these new maps and areas and what to actually do in the game mode as quickly as possible, because obviously as you do, you become more efficient and you're enjoying it more. So again, I recommend just jump right in, my friends. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about putting build videos together at the channel is the family that we have here. So if you have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new and returning players, please let me know in the comment section down below, as the main goal is to try to help out people in any way we can. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. I intend to put out so many different variations of this type of build for this game mode. The Scorpio, it's so well versed. We're going to put one together with the Heartbreaker gear set with using Badger Tough, as well as the new UZINA set. So there's so many different things. So again, I'm really happy with the direction the game is going, and I'm looking forward to the future. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
When you're ready to come home, shoot off the flare. We see you. Kilo inbound on your location.